Welcome to 52 Weeks of Cooking. This channel is named after the subreddit 52 Weeks of Cooking, where each week we are given a theme and asked to cook a dish in accordance with that theme. Week 1, our theme is Jacques Pepin, and he has a ton of cookbooks out there, so many recipes, but the recipe that we're going to cook today is from the Jacques Pepin Foundation and Jacques at Home. I'll put a link to the recipe down there in the description. And it's instant potato and leek soup. As the name suggests, we're going to use instant potatoes instead of cooking regular potatoes. And this really does come together quickly. So, let's cook. What you'll need is chicken broth or veggie broth if you're a veggie, 1 large or 2 small leeks. As you can see, my leeks are pretty small, so, 2. Potato flakes, salt, pepper, and milk. Since we don't do dairy milk around here, we're using cashew milk. And the cashew milk I find to be pretty creamy, and if it's not sweetened, it tastes a lot like dairy milk. So there's really a good substitution with that. So this is what you'll need. This is, the small envelope is about a cup of potato flakes. So the first thing we're going to do with our leeks after we remove the damaged edges is we're going to cut them down like so. Eventually I'll get that cut, there we go, and then turn it 90 degrees and cut it again. This is going to sort of open out the center of the leek so you can wash out all the crud that's in there. We're going to rinse it. After we've rinsed, we've started chopping. We're just going to give this leek a chop, and because I have decided that I'm going to blend this soup and I'm going to use an immersion blender, I don't really need to chop these all that fine. I can be a little sloppy with my chop. Obviously, if we're going to leave them in there whole and not blend it, we would need to be much more careful than I'm being here. So on the stove, you're going to want to add your broth, whether it's chicken broth or veggie broth. And we're going to bring that to a boil, and we're going to boil it, well, we're just going to bring it to a boil. Now that it's boiling, you can see we're going to add our leeks into the pot. I'm going to get those leeks off that thing. I swear I am. There we go. So the leeks are going to want to stay in the pot and boil for about 10 minutes, maybe a little longer. If you have a large leek, that might need a little more, but these are about 10 minutes. You can see right here that they're boiling, and they've cooked down some, and then we're going to add our potato flakes. There's no set amount of potato flakes to add here. This was about a cup. I didn't use the entire cup. You kind of have to just look at it by feel. Look at it by feel. Listen to me. You kind of just have to look at it and figure out how thick it's going to turn, and the potato flakes are going to turn thick very, very quickly. So you don't want this to be mashed potatoes, but you want it to be thick. So I think I've got that here. I've got it nice and thick, but as you can see, it's still boiling, so it's still kind of liquidy, but it's not quite a paste yet. So now we're going to add our salt and pepper as we steam up the camera lens. There we go. Got my salt coming in there, or this is pepper, I think. This is the pepper that I'm grinding into the pot right here. And then I'm going to add my salt after this. Here it comes. There we go. Just a couple of pinches of the salt are going to go in that pot. And then, because I want a little bit more flavor, I'm going to add some hot sauce. Zab's right here. They're not a sponsor of this video. I just really, really like their hot sauce. This is the original St. Augustine style. We're going to give it another stir right now. And as you can see, we're going to add in, if you can see my hand over there. No, you can't. We're going to add in our milk, our cashew milk right now. And I only had a little bit left in this container. So in the little bit left, we just dump the whole thing in there. And you can see that it's kind of creamy and it's coming together and it is done. That's it. That is how you cook this thing. Super duper easy. And here it is. Jacques Pepin's instant potato leek soup. So there you have it. Instant potato and leek soup. This turned out really tasty. There are no leftovers. I wanted to maybe have some leftover, but the pot got scraped clean, so not going to happen. I highly recommend it. Came together quick, super easy. I'm definitely going to make this one again. I hope all of you have a great first week of your year, and I will see you next week.